And this comes from, so we get the mercy to do that by serving devotees. We're all getting mercy cases, receiving mercy. And if we can remember that, we'll always feel grateful. If we see all the advanced devotees have that mentality, it seems to be the more advanced a devotee becomes, then the more that humble nature starts to become a natural part of their existence, because they're fully understanding the real situation. They're fully understanding that they're completely dependent on Krishna for everything. So when one realises how helpless we are in this world, that's when we can actually serve Krishna nicely. We can act on that dependent platform. Anyway, we can talk a little bit about that later. So that's the 25th verse. And then 26 is it's just a translation about how Krishna to overturn the grinding mortar and drag it between the Arjuna trees. So this last verse, dragging behind him with great force the wooden mortar, his mortar tied to his belly, the boy Krishna uprooted the two trees by the great strength of the Supreme Person. The two trees with their trunks, leaves and branches trembled severely and fell to the ground with a great crash. So this is talking about Leela. There are many incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We read about them in the Bhagavatam nowadays. How many avatars are there? There's Leela avatars, Guna avatars, Shakti-Vesh avatars, Yuga avatars, Purusha avatars. Yeah. So avatar, one who descends from the spiritual world. So they all have a particular mission. So in the Bhagavatam we see that how it's gradually bringing us towards the 10th canto. Actually in the Bhagavad Gita it mentioned another avatar. Does anybody remember what that is? No, it's in the 15th chapter. 15th chapter, 15th verse. Prabhupada writes about it in the purport. He's talking about the Vedas. Krishna is the source of the Vedas. Right? Yes, the incarnation of the Vedas. Actually, without that incarnation, we're not going to get any benefit from any other incarnation. This is the most important incarnation. These are actually incarnations. Prabhupada said if we just touch one of these books, we get so much benefit. What to speak of just reading a few words. So Prabhupada was not over-eulogizing these books. So incarnations. Actually, there's a pastime between Ramananda Roy and Lord Chaitanya, just to make this point about the incarnation of the Vedas. One day Lord Chaitanya asked Ramananda Roy, he said, can you explain something significant about devotional service, something important about the process? And Ramananda Roy said, well, you know everything, why are you asking me? Well, because you've asked me, I'll try and say something by your mercy. And so he started to talk about following the Varnashram system, that this is very important, that we're situated properly, and then we can... So Lord Chaitanya said, no, this is not really important, this is external. We can perform this activity without any real knowledge. Then he said, okay, he thought and he said, okay, yad karoshi yadasnasi, yad shiddahosi dadasya, yad tapashyasi kunti mat kurushva madalpanam. But we should do everything for Krishna. So this sounds like a reasonable suggestion. And the Lord said, no, this is also external. We can work on the karma kanda platform, or we can work without knowledge again. So then a little further he said, okay, we should abandon all varieties of religion, the conclusion of the Bhagavad Gita, and just surrender to Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya said, no, this is also external. This can be without knowledge. So then he thought, okay, Brahma Buddha Prasanatma, Nasochite Nakanchiti, Samak Sarveshu Bhutishu, Man Bhakti Lavate. And that if we situated in knowledge as well, then we both have knowledge and we have surrender. But this type of knowledge is talking about Gyan, speculative knowledge. And so Lord Chaitanya again rejected it. So then he made a very significant point, which is significant to this 25th verse as well. Then Ramanand Roy said that, what's the verse now? I can't remember. Stane sitasya shruti katim tanuvan manabir ye prayaso jita api tries triloka. Stane sitasya, oh sorry, that's not the first one, is it? What's the first line? Anybody remember? Anyway. Jnane priyasam udapashyanamanta eva stitam stane stitasi shrutigadim tanavatmanvami ye prayaso dita apitrais trilokyam. So it means that one should give up this speculation. Don't speculate. And also one should hear Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita from devotees. I mentioned pure devotees actually. And offer respects within a humble state of mind. And if you do that, you needn't actually change your situation. Whatever situation you're in within the 4 varnas and 4 ashrams, then you can stay in that situation. And I say, if we do that, it says Krishna is not purchasable by anybody within the 3 worlds. Not even the great yogis, the great mystics. But one who hears attentively this message, then Krishna becomes purchased. So there's 2 points here. The first point in the 25th verse is by taking shelter of a devotee, offering respects to a devotee. So that's the one thing he says in this verse. But the other thing is that we should how we associate with that devotee, most specifically, is we hear regularly. What's that word? Satam prasanga mama vira samvido vijanti vitkana rasayanata tadyoshna apavarnavatmani shradarati bhakti anukramishiti. That in the association of devotees, these topics, they actually satisfy the heart if we hear properly, and they please the mind. They please the mind, they please the ear, and they satisfy the heart. And one becomes advanced, and then actually we can perform real devotional service because one's material conditioning is cleared away. And it's only when the conditioning is actually removed that we can actually perform pure devotional service on its own merit. Prabhupada said, yes, how many pure devotees are in this movement, he was once asked. And Prabhupada said, how many devotees are there in this movement? He said there are 208. He said there are 208 pure devotees. But what did he mean? He qualified it. He said, if you're following what I'm telling you, then you're a pure devotee. Then you're actually above the modes of nature also. He says, to the degree you follow what I say, what I do, to that degree you're a pure devotee. But this is a little bit artificial, because the Bhagavad Gita says, by nature, in that situation we're not devotees. Why? Because our tendency is to enjoy the material energy. We're doing it under the guidance of a pure devotee. So how much respect and gratitude should we show to superior devotees? It's all by their mercy. It's coming from Prabhupada. And so we see how when we offend, especially devotees, how much Krishna is hurt by that. He's giving all his mercy through those devotees, and then we're showing gratitude.